So, what if Apple was planning to launch a completely new line of products that goes above the Pro products you already know? Anyone waiting on their new Galaxy S26 to get all the features they teased, well, now is about that time. Samsung is reportedly going to change its approach to foldables, and that might bring some controversial news. And yes, Apple is not done with launches, but this time, let's just say things got a bit more subtle than before. I'm Jaime Rivera, and it's time for these 4 interesting topics. This is Tech Briefing powered by MediaTek. There's a lot of official news today, so let's start with what we were not expecting from Apple. The company has officially introduced AirPods Max 2 with some long overdue upgrades, though these aren't necessarily visible. One of the core improvements that I've been asking for is the inclusion of Apple's H2 chip, which pretty much makes the AirPods Pro 3 and the Powerbeats Pro 2 so popular. This updated chip enables features like adaptive audio, which automatically adjusts noise cancellation and transparency levels based on the environment, and conversation awareness, which lowers audio volume and reduces background noise. Apple has also included voice isolation and live translation powered by Apple Intelligence, which is great. Sound and noise cancellation has also been improved, with Apple claiming the new AirPods Max can deliver up to 1.5 times more effective active noise cancellation and more natural transparency mode, which was already legendary before. Additional features include personalized volume and a new camera remote function that lets users press the digital crown to take photos or start and stop video recording on their iPhone or iPad. The catch is, well, the design hasn't changed one bit, which I know some love and some don't. They also keep the same color options with midnight, starlight, orange, purple, and blue, with the included smart case we know as well. Orders start on March 25th with the launch on early April, and yeah, same $549 price. I'm curious to know what you think about these updates in the comments. Now let's switch to Samsung and Google, because the missing pieces of the Galaxy S26 launch are here. Google has begun rolling out Gemini screen automation on the Galaxy S26 series, which pretty much finalizes the promises of making these the agentic phones that we were expecting. In a nutshell, this introduces a new AI-powered feature that can perform actions directly within apps. The tool works by running a virtual instance of the app on your device while the cloud processing analyzes the interface and instructs the phone where to scroll, tap, or type. Users can give a simple command like booking a ride, ordering coffee, or adding groceries to a cart, and Gemini will completely take over and automate the task, though no worries. It'll prompt you to complete the purchase when it's ready. Currently, the apps being supported are Lyft, Uber, Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Starbucks. The catch, which we hadn't heard of until the launch, is that the feature comes with a daily usage limit depending on the user's Gemini subscription tier, though they're actually not bad at all. Free users get 5 requests per day, while Google AI Plus users get 12, AI Pro subscribers receive 20 requests per day, and then the top tier AI Ultra plan allows up to 120 screen automation requests per day. Guys, I tried this over the last couple of days, and it is crazy genius. Now, this capability is separate from Gemini's more advanced agent feature, which runs tasks through cloud-based browser and offers up to 200 requests per day for AI Ultra subscribers. Also, it's not available everywhere or not for everyone. It currently only works with the Galaxy S26 series in the United States and Korea, with Pixel 10 users apparently getting it later. And yeah, listen, I tried it on other Android phones. It doesn't work there. And I experienced it on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. I loved every bit of it. Probably I just wish it were a bit faster, but I'm curious to know what you think in the comments. Now let's switch to Samsung and its foldables, as it seems the company's aggressive push is going to be in this department more than on the Galaxy S, though with a few controversial moves as well. Let me get through the bad news first, as, reports claim that Samsung's Galaxy Z Trifold is about to end production. Reports from Korea suggest the company plans to end sales of the device just months after its launch. It's largely due apparently to extreme high production cost and limited manufacturing volumes. The thing is, we kind of always knew that this was going to be more of a proof of concept than a mass market device, and this is pretty much the culmination of that. And as for the good news, let's talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and some much needed improvements to come. A new report suggests that the device will finally receive a battery upgrade after years of minimal changes, I think, since the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's not going to break records as we see in China, but the reports call for a 5,000 milliamp hour power pack, which is welcomed. Now, as far as the Galaxy Wide Fold, we continue to hear that it's a third device in the lineup, and now we finally get specifications. According to Digital Chat Station, the device sounds like the first Pixel Fold, with a 7.6-inch internal display and the wider aspect ratio, making it feel closer to a tablet than an e-reader, helping improve multitasking experiences. Internally, we hear it'll bring the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, a 4800 mAh battery, but then the oddest and biggest catch of them all is that we hear it'll launch in China first. I mean, we are expecting the device to compete directly with Apple's iPhone Fold, though we're hoping the plans are more effective than what they did with the Edge versus the Air, where Apple prevailed. I'm curious to know which one of these foldables you would want in the comments. Before we get to the hottest news, let me tell you about today's sponsor, MediaTek. Yes, the company powers most smart TVs in the market today, but what if your current TV is already aging and getting sluggish and you're not ready to upgrade just yet? Well, meet Google's TV Streamer 4K powered by MediaTek's 8696 processor. It allows you to pretty much turn any TV or monitor into the fastest smart TV money can buy. It gives you full access to Google TV and more than enough RAM for you to jump between applications without having these need to reload all the time. It lets you control your smart home with ease and even pair your Pixel Buds for whenever you want a more immersive watching experience. It's yet another example of how MediaTek powers some of the smartest experiences in the market today. Thanks to MediaTek for sponsoring this video. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's once again talk Apple, as the company was clearly just getting started when it came to product launches. They're reportedly preparing a major push into the ultra premium tier of its lineup, and yeah, keep that ultra name in mind. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman is claiming that the company is working on several ultra class devices. So remember the foldable iPhone? Well, reports claim that this is gonna be Apple's iPhone Ultra, which could launch with a price close to $2,000, as we've discussed before, and the device is expected to feature a large inner folding display and under display sensors, positioning it as the most advanced, expensive iPhone yet. The launch is expected to happen just along the iPhone 18 Pro series and iOS 27, and the latter actually lands a couple of Easter eggs. See, reports claim that the inner display will be roughly the size of an iPad mini, but for those hoping iPad versions of apps will run on it, that might not necessarily be the case. Gurman's report claims that there will be developer tools that allow iOS 27 applications to adapt better to larger displays. All eyes on WWDC, as this could serve as the announcement bed for this new form factor. Yes, this form factor will also allow side-by-side applications to work like on an iPad, but without odd distortions, as the outer screen will mimic the size of a standard iPhone, meaning so will every inner portion. Apple is also redesigning parts of iOS with wider layouts and sidebar navigation similar to iPad applications to better fit a foldable screen. Specs apparently also include 12 gigs of RAM and storage between 256 gigs and 1 terabyte. But wait, there's more. Gurman also reports that Apple is exploring other ultra-premium products. On one end, we hear of possible AirPods Ultra, which include the rumored computer vision cameras designed to feed visual data to Siri. And then on the other, we hear of a MacBook Ultra, which might feature the touch-enabled OLED display that could sit above current MacBook Pro models in Apple's lineup that we talked about. Considering how aggressive Apple has been about launches, I'm actually gonna believe in a fall full of Ultra products. In today's question, let me know, which Apple Ultra device would you want most? Because in my case, I mean, every single one of the products mentioned is something I'd love to give a try, though we'll see about the price points. I'm curious to know what you think about everything in the comments. Friends, thank you so much for joining on this new episode of Tech Briefing. Please like, subscribe, join the conversation in the comments as you see me try to respond to as many as I can. Also follow me on social media to see more behind the scenes work continue to happen there, as yes, I am not even close to being done with all the product launches. There's so much happening, especially today. And guys, by the way, our Technically There podcast with Josh is returning very soon, so stay tuned for that as well. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. See you with more soon.